What is going on, YouTubers? G here from MJ Tech, today with another smart door lock unboxing, installation, and review. We are talking about the Geek Smart Knob, which is about $69 on Amazon, and it has really good reviews. What I like about this one is that, first of all, it is IP54 certified, so it can be used on your main door facing outside, of course. It can sustain rain. Second, well, it does have more of a standard look. It doesn't look obvious to be a smart door lock like the one that I have now. And third, it does support Alexa and Google without the need of a hub. So for 69 bucks, I mean, it's quite amazing. Maybe that's why it has a lot of great reviews, and it does weigh about 1.5 pounds. This is the compatibility, so it does support just the standard installation. If you got something fancier, it won't be supported. It comes with the lock itself, some screws, the latch, strike plate, installation guide, and 2 keys. And these are the specs on the back. The model is the K01-05. Again, the weight 1.5 pounds. It does support up to 20 prints. It is IP54 certified. 4 AAA batteries are required and they are not included. And working temperature up to 122 degrees. And yeah, just keep in mind that if you live in a cold environment, then you have to keep an eye on the temperature, because it might not work if it goes below 14 degrees. So yes, guys, these are some of the features on the side. Let's go ahead and pop it open. $69. I mean, this is quite amazing for a door lock. I wouldn't use this on my front door. I will be using it on my bedroom door, replacing the one that I already reviewed, which is the one by Elamic. So the box comes quite generic. I'm pretty sure this is a rebrand. Most of these locks from China, they are a rebrand. Inside of the box, we get the manuals, and yes, you have to read them because there's a lot of important information on here, such as downloading the application and setting it up. Then we find the actual lock. Check this out, guys. And it does seem to be a brushed metal finish, so that's quite nice. And on this side, we have the battery compartment. This is going to go on the inside, and then this is the part that protects. You had your fingerprint, and then I believe that if you move this to the side, I will have to see how to do it. Oh, there we go. You have to like pull it out and move it to the side. Right there, you can see how it does have a keyhole, so you have 3 options to open it: fingerprint, using the key, or the application. So let's set this aside. We get another tiny box in which I believe comes all of the accessories, including the latch. So yes, it is true, we get 2 keys. Very nice. We get the latch and the screws, as well as the strike plate. Check this out. Everything included on here. You get the 2 main screws for the actual knobs and the striker plate, like I said before, and that's what we get inside of the box, guys. One of the first things you must have is a Phillips screwdriver. You can use a standard one or an electric one if you have it in handy. Now, the first thing you have to install here is the latch. So remove this protective piece of plastic, and now we simply place it here on the side. Now, depending on which direction your door opens and closes, that's how the curve will be pointing. So in this case, we're assuming that the door is closing from the right to the left, and the curve will be pointing where the door will be shut. So just keep that in mind. Now, the first thing we have to do here, guys, is just install the, like I said, the latch. So we had 2 screws that came included inside of the box for this. Let's hook up now the second one. When installing the part that goes towards the outside with the fingerprint scanner and of course the keyhole, make sure that you install it correctly. You can see right there that there's an arrow that says up. Well, this side has to be up. Now we simply run the wire through the upper side of the latch and then we pull that wire out just to ensure that it doesn't get pinched. And now we simply push it in. It goes in a little bit tight, but I like it because it does allow it to stay on the door, as you guys can tell. And now we simply attach the other side of it. Make sure that you plug in the wire, and it only goes one way. Okay, and now we insert this part, also goes up. If you guys look here closely, right there, there's a little arrow. Make sure that you follow the arrows, otherwise it may not work properly. So now we simply insert the wire towards the upper side, the connection itself, and now we put it in like so, and there we go, guys. We got it in. Now the part that could get confusing is the part where you put in the two big screws to hold the lock in place. For this, you had to remove a cap where the battery is, or the battery compartment is. Remove that cap entirely, and then here, guys, on the sides right here, you can see how we have two holes. Well, you had to insert your screwdriver in through here, so that way you don't scratch the sides of the door lock. So basically it goes in like this. Not complicated at all. There we go. You just got one pre-installed. Make sure that you use, I think using a standard Phillips screwdriver is better for this step, because it goes through very nice and easy. There you go. And now we do the same for the other side. When getting to the batteries, make sure that you add branded batteries. It will last a lot longer and work a lot more efficient. In my case, I got some Duracells, but Energizers are also great. Now, when it comes to the battery positioning, you have two pluses on each corner. There's actually a plus right there and a plus here, and then you have a minus and a minus. So two batteries, positive, and then two batteries with the negative pointing out. Now, for the cover, we have a little extra piece of plastic sticking out that goes here towards the bottom side, like so. Very easy to do, guys. There we go. And we already got a response from the lock. Now we simply reinsert the screw, and boom, we are done with the installation of the Geek Smart knob. Check this out. For the application, we have two different methods. You can either search the app directly here into the App Store or Play Store if you're using Android. In my case, I got this little tag, and on the upper side, we have a QR code. Just scan that QR code and it'll take you directly here into this application. Now, all you have to do is open the application, and you have to register for the first time, of course. Once that's completed, now you can click here on Add Device, and we have the K01 right there, guys, and a whole bunch of other products that we can register directly from here. So this is a pretty big company based on all of the products that they have here available. So anyways, we go here into the K01, and it says right there that you had to tap on the fingerprint to activate the lock so that we can register it. Now we click on next, and it says searching device. So once it searches it, you're gonna see here on the upper side of the screen that we have the information of the door lock. Just simply click on it, and now it says success. So right here, guys, we have now the lock all set up and almost ready to go. What we have to do is add our fingerprint. To do this, we go into member management, then we go into where it says me. You can change this information as well. Then we click on add, and now we start a fingerprint. So we're gonna do here the right thumb, and then it tells you what's the status of your fingerprint, and we have here the it gives us a quick tabs to name the fingerprint. So that's the right thumb. Finish. And now we will do this again with the left thumb. Let's click on start. There we go. I forgot to do that part. And from here you guys can tell that it is in fact working. So now we do left thumb, and let's go ahead and test it out. So there we go, guys. Now we can unlock it, and after about 3 seconds or so, it does relock again. So now we can't do anything unless we put our fingerprint. There we go. It may have read it 2 times. I'm not sure why that happened, but let's try the other one. This one was a little bit faster. Sometimes when you scan your fingerprint, make sure that you move the finger around so that way it gets the whole fingerprint. There we go. But in this case, it worked again. And of course, guys, we have the other options, which is use the application to unlock it. So if we go in here and then we go into the main page right here, if we click on where it says click to unlock right here in the middle, we can use the app. And as I said before, you also have the option to use the key. So for the key, it's a little bit weird to do it. Maybe once you have it installed, it's going to be a little bit easier, but you simply move the front cap. You had to like pull it out and then twist it, and now we insert the key and check that out. It's that simple, guys. Okay, now with the key, if you flick it to the right and leave it there, it stays open until whatever time you need to unlock it and relock it again. Here's another tip about how to use this application with the door lock. If you guys want to have this unlocked all the time and not have to deal with the fingerprints, and that will actually save you some battery, well, all you have to do is go here into settings, and you have to disable the auto lock, and then this will leave it open for you, and it'll stay like this until you decide to go back into the application. And keep in mind that you have to be nearby so that you can pair via Bluetooth. And you can re-enable it by clicking here on the little button for locking and unlocking, and then you put in your fingerprint, and now if you go back on settings, it has been re-enabled. So again, that's a nice little touch. My previous door lock didn't do that. And so we had things here like the log, so it tells you who opened it and what method they used, whether it was the application or the fingerprint. And then here from intelligent application, we got things like the family go home, door lock alarm, unlock on arrival. So basically, once it detects that you are reconnected via Bluetooth, it'll unlock for you, and the same thing for departure. That's pretty much all of the settings that we have on here. So later I will be adding this into possibly my Google Assistant and see how that works, guys, but we're going to do that on a separate video. First, I would like to know how this thing will work in the long term. My previous door lock was not that great, and that's the LMake brand that I did unbox and reviewed, and after about almost a month it started giving me some issues. So that's why I am testing this one out, and I'll give it some time before I come back and give you guys more updates on how this works. But this being said, let me know if you guys have any questions down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more, comments, and I will see you guys on my next one.